Welcome back to the North End Stay and Play, and I have my dear friend here, Jerry Primack. And Jerry, you walk in here, there's toys galore. What a wonderful place in the heart of the North End. So tell us a little bit more on the story and how this came to be.
Yeah, the North End Stay and Play started about 8 years ago, and when we were volunteering at Healthy Baby at the Indian and Métis Friendship Center, there was no place for the children after they're 1 year old. So the families, we listened carefully and closely to the families, and they said, let's have something like this. And they even suggested places in their community where we could be, but we've had to move around.
Yeah. So you're here now at the corner of Pritchard and McGregor at the Ukrainian Labor Temple. It happens every Wednesday in the afternoons for babies till 5 years old. How have you seen it grown? And I guess what has sort of been the reaction from the neighborhood here?
I noticed that the best part is that we're about building community and building families. And families, we've learned from our families that families is broad. So whoever brings the child, and even when we build the Little Stars PLAYhouse, we will always encourage families to come. So that might be auntie or kukum or the older sibling, or it could be the neighbor who brings the child. But that's the way our families have always said that's what they want. They want a place where the children and a family member comes with them. And so it's extended family. We've learned that from our families because we're predominantly Indigenous families, but we welcome all.
Well, and it's so important nowadays, I think, for parents to have that bond or caregivers to have that bond with a child because it creates healthy brain activity and it also creates excellent social skills, I think.
Yeah, I'll tell you stories. Like often I think of when we see missing and murdered girls, you know what? I do wonder what kind of early start they had, And maybe that's something we all need to pay attention to, is all becoming the community that raises children, and attaching to children in a healthy way. Like when there's healthy attachment, you'll see the parent or the caregiver go to the child in distress. And usually if the caregiver comes all the time, it doesn't take long before the child relaxes. It feels like the boo-boo is almost gone, and then you hear this huge sigh from the child.
Yes.
And that's because they're attached to that family member or the caregiver.
Right.
And
if we move into the future, Little Stars PLAYhouse is the next step for this place, right?
That's right. Yeah, we're so excited on embarking. Like I said, we've had to move from one sort of basement to a gym or whatever over the years. And finally, when we had to move from the last place that we were at, because we're always at the mercy of the organization, they want their space back. And so the family said, why can't we have our own playhouse? And so that's what we did. We kept that idea playhouse. Yeah, and we've always called our kids the Little Stars. So then we put it together, Little Stars PLAYhouse for babies to 5 and their caregivers.
Oh my goodness. So when do you expect to break ground for the building?
Well, we have a great team on a capital committee and also a project committee, and we have people who have stepped up, like the Carpenters Union stepped up right from the beginning, who will provide all the labor for the building. So it's actually going to be quite a community-centered build. PCL Construction has already donated there.
Perfect.
Yeah,
so you're seeing it grow.
We're seeing it grow, yeah.
And the best part of your job is, Jerry?
The best part is just playing with the kids, and seeing that the kids are happy and seeing the parents attached to their kids. And these kids deserve it, the families deserve a really nice place, and we think that the Little Stars PLAYhouse will be just that, just right.
Well, dreams do come true, and especially at the holiday time. We want everybody to be with their family and loved ones. Don't go away. After the break, we'll have more on a great art exhibition at the legislature on until January 29th. And then Mike has some fun in the malls because it is Christmas time.